Welcome back to Withdraw Consent. I'm Jack. Today I want to talk about why in Christianity it is a sin to support Israel, to be a Zionist, okay? And this is from a Christian's perspective. So if you're not a Christian, this still applies to you, because if you were speaking to a Christian, you would talk from a Christian perspective. You know, you would talk in terms of what they believe. If you're trying to persuade a Muslim of something, you would talk about, what they should believe in the Quran or something like that. And so it would be valuable nonetheless. So there's just a logical argument, and it's really easy, right? The question is this. So there's two parts here. Is Judaism heretical? And is the state of Israel, is Judaism central to the state of Israel? If the answer is yes to both of those, then it's a sin to support Israel and Zionism. If the answer is no to either of them, then it's not a sin. So I'm going to give you the strong parts and the weak parts of the argument. So is Judaism a heretical religion, right? And the answer is yes. If you answered no to that, then the question is, does Judaism accept or deny the divinity of Jesus Christ? Remember this from a Christian perspective, right? And the answer is they deny the divinity of Jesus Christ. Therefore, they're a heretical religion in Christians' eyes. The same way that Islam is a heretical religion from a Christian perspective, because they also deny the divinity of Christ. The difference between the two of them is that Islam says that Jesus Christ was a great prophet, and Judaism says that Jesus is in hell burning in feces. So, that's just the two angles that they take on it. But both are equally heretical in the fact one's blasphemous in that regard, if you believe in the divinity of Jesus Christ. But they're both heretical in that they deny the divinity of Jesus Christ. So we can clearly say that it's a heretical religion, and that what they teach is heresy, and that if you support them, you support heresy and commit the sin of heresy too. Okay, just super simple. Now you can get away from this if you say that Judaism is not central to the government of Israel, right? And so here's my argument on that. If you want to immigrate to Israel, there's two ways you can do it. You could do it by blood or religion. So you could do it if your mother's ethnically Jewish, or you could do it if you follow the religion of Judaism. So for example, you can even convert. So for example, Ivanka Trump converted to Judaism. So if Jared Kushner dies and she decides later in life to immigrate to Israel, she's good because she's converted to Judaism. Therefore, I make the argument, this is the right of return for them. I make the argument then that Judaism is central to the government of Israel. Now, it is a secular government, but Judaism is a very important part, so that when the laws are made, they're made to basically aid religious Jews and hurt people who are not religious Jews. Like there's laws made against Christian. There's laws against non-Jews getting married. So what I'm saying is that it is central to the government, and it's heretical. So how do you get away from this? If you're a Zionist, you are committing heresy. Therefore, from that simple argument, it's clear that a Christian can't be a Zionist. They're not compatible with with each other, and because Christians just can't live in an unrepentant state of sin, or else, the way I read the Bible is you don't make it into heaven if you stay in an unrepentant state of sin. Now, these people may not know that they're doing it, hence I make the video, because you can use this argument. I think it's a very good argument. I'm interested in what you guys have to say in the comments on this one, if you think it's a valid argument or not. I think it is. There's all types of other reasons why you can't be a Zionist, because as Jesus said, their father's not the rabbinical Jews. Their father is not Abraham, their father is the devil, or the beloved Apostle John said synagogue of Satan 2 times. Jesus said brood of vipers. Stephen said they worship at the tabernacle of Moloch, and their star is the star of Remphan, figures of what they serve. There's all types of other reasons, but this is just a simple argument you could make, and it's kind of foolproof. I would love to hear a Christian Zionist refute this, because you kind of can't. Anyways, that's what I got for you. I got one coming on Thursday, and it's going to be about the nonsense of the Israel derangement syndrome thing. And that'll be on Thursday. Hope to see you then.